Hello and welcome back to IRS and welcome back to another race weekend. We are live in Brazil for a sprint race and we've got a reversed championship order sprint race with the lineup there. Two debutants starting at the back of the grid, but yeah, not been racing since 2 weeks ago. Had a little break, last out in Saudi Arabia, ready for the last 7 rounds of the season. Maro has joined too late, unfortunately. He's gonna have to sit this one out and wait till the end of the sprint race to get him back into qualifying. Should be pretty quick here. Epi's gone for hard tyres. The rest of the grid all going for mediums then. Tim's yet to score any points. Debuted last week in Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, no points scored, but he's pole position today ahead of IRS with 44. Matty in P3, Jaeger in P4, Outlaw in P5, FEP6 race winner. We'll see him on the podium by the end of this sprint race. Kentra in P7, Star Defender P8, Just Picky P9. Top 3 of Tino, Sick Pig and LWB, 10th, 11th and 12th. And then Ray in 13th and 14th. No idea how you pronounce that name. Here we go then. Daft Tim's on pole position for the sprint, lining up into his good spot, ready to get us underway in this 12 lap sprint to the finish. 10 points available for the race win. Everyone is now lined up and we await the lights as we get ready for round 8 of the season. Here we go then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here at Interlagos, and away we go for the first time today with Daft Tims with a very good start there away from IRS with 44. Bit of side-by-side action in the background, slight bit of contact between the Haas and Jaeger as Matty trying to go up the inside of IRS with 44. He manages to keep P2 as Just Picky's had a moment in turn 3 there. He spun around, he's at the back of the grid. As we've got Wild Jaeger and Outlaw going side by side, a bit of contact, as well as Matty gets a good exit on IRS W44 as they slightly come together. IRS W44 defends it as they put calls for a second there. Tino and Sick Pig already up to 7th and 8th. LWB following the way as well. But Daft Tim's very good lap 1 here, still out in the lead. There's a bit of contact there with Matty just running to the back of IRS W44. Wild Jaeger now up into P3. Star Defender making a move as well. So it's a good thing about this reverse championship order that all the fast guys usually get at the back, making their way through towards the end if they can. But at the moment, Daft Tims leads the way. Jaeger closing up to the back of the Ferrari. Here comes Star Defender up the inside of Matty, and then a chasing pack behind of the championship leaders on the back of Matty there. You've got Tino's already passed Outlaw, having a look at Matty down into turn 3, 4, sorry. And that's contact with Tino, who's outbraked himself, caused the collision. A bit too feisty there. I know the guys are behind are fast, but just take it easy with the overtakes. As we got Just Picky again off the track. Outlaw lighting up the rear tyres. Top 4 got to defend now, because they're going to have the fast guys. Tino behind. Outlaw's actually dropped off out of the DRS range, so he's going to be under pressure. IRS LB44 has got to be very careful here not to drop out of the DRS from Daft Tims, but I think he's just done that unfortunately. So he's going to be swamped down the straight by Jaeger and a Star Defender, unless he drains that battery and somehow manages to defend into turn 1 as he goes to the inside. Jaeger pulls to the outside, Nothing doing there though. Can't get through on the Ferrari. He's going to have DRS here. As there's a bit of contact as well. Yellow flag. That's one of the Aston Martins of Ray, the debutant. Had a bit of a moment. It's just quickly the tyres in the pit lane. Bad start to the day for him. LWB getting past Outlaw. Darth Tim is still leading the way. Wing damage. The star defender as he makes contact with Jaeger trying to go around the outside. Hard battle in there. Might be going to the steward's room as Jaeger gets out of the way. Or made a little mistake there actually. But Tino is now up to P4. And Jaeger's completely missed his braking zone and run into the back of star defender as IRS W44 now looking at the lead of this race. In the Ferrari, it's a good exit. Darth Tim's been leading the way for the first 4 laps here. IRS W44 might be about to change that as he goes to the outside with the help of DRS and takes the lead of the race. Star defender as well at the inside. Can Darth Tim's defend from the Williams? Yes he can, slight bit of contact, which is going to allow IRS W44 to push. Unfortunately for IRS W44, who's just clipped the wall there, I think he was just looking at the back of his car. And Tino has now just had the easiest run into P1 in the first 3 corners there by taking 3 cars. IRS W44 not sure if he's got damage now or not. Still in P2? Yeah, he does. Sick Pig moving up into P4 along with LWB trying to go around the outside of Darth Timms, who's now down to P6. Jaeger's as well. Jaeger as well, retiring from the race. Both passes. Scoring no points. Championship points in the sprint race is P1 to P10. So you will still score. If you are down in P10, lap 4 of this one, and Tino is starting to pull away from IRS W44. Who's got Sick Pig right on the limits, the track limits there. Making a move into P2. Now it becomes an Alpine versus Williams battle. Williams really got to fend off the Alpines here. They're in the lead of the constructors, so it's only 13 points between Williams and Alpine in the constructors. As LWB trying to go on the outside of Sick Pig. Doesn't quite get it done. As Darth Tim is running very deep there. That allows Epi through. Up into P6 on the hards. We'll have a look at the background. Ray in the Aston Martin has managed to catch back up to the pack now. He was could have a bit of a moment earlier on in the race. Has now caught back up to the DRS train. Runs a bit deep there, just locked up the tyres. Got Epi having a look at LWB by the looks of it. Down into turn 1, Sick Pig. Trying to go up the inside of IRS W44, who's defending into turn 1. There's contact there. 3 wide into that corner's not going to work. There's still 3 wide. IRS W44 is off the track. LWB has got front wing damage as well. So he's going to be struggling for the rest of the race. He might be diving into the pits. It's a bit of a chaotic race here. Everyone's sending it left, right, centre. Any gaps they see, they're going for it. Like that one there from Kentrum on Outlaw. IRS W44 now down into P9. Tino's out front, 2.67 gap to star defender. Epi's now up into P3 on the hard tyres. About 6 of 12 in this sprint race. Outlaw having a little look on Darth Timms down into turn 1. Gets himself up into P6 now. More action in the background there. Aston Martin had a little look at Matty down in P10. There goes Kentron past his teammate. Not quite close enough for a move on Outlaw. There's Epi and Sick Pig, two finished drivers going at it side by side. This is a battle for the sprint race podium. LWB trying to hang on to the DRS with that front wing damage. Can still get P4 here. He sticks onto the back of these two, just to have enough downforce for the middle sector. Done well this lap. 10-second penalty for Matty for colliding with an Aston Martin. As Garth Timms has been off the track and drops down to P11 outside of the points now. Ray moves up to P10 to get 1 point, could be 2 if he gets past Matty. He has got that time penalty towards him for the race. There goes Epi, past Sick Pig. Ray picking up 3-second time penalty. Tino well out front at the moment. About a 4-second gap to star defender. And he's looking for some good points here though. 9 points on the board in the sprint race. Technically only losing 1 point to Tino. He's going to be taking 10 points. What can Epi do on these hard tyres? Has he got enough grip over star defender to catch up by lap 12 and make a move? Outlaw under pressure from Kentron, who's moving up into P6. IRS LB44 not too far behind as well. Ooh, well up the inside of Outlaw. What's going on there? Why are they ghosting through each other? Still ghosting through each other. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. We've got Darth Timms into the pits as well. Sauber driver at the back, not sure what's happened to him, but he's well off the pace. Yellow flag, and that is Darth Timms out of the race on the exit of the pit lane. Not sure what's happened there, maybe that was intentional. 11 drivers left out of the 14. Maybe a 5-second gap out front. Epi's starting to close up to star defender. Sick Pig nearly outside that 1 second DRS range. I think he just did actually. Might have just lost it there. Yellow flag. Sector 2. That is a Sauber driver. Had a bit of a moment. Big battle down the back here though. Outlaw, it's got IRS LB44, Matty and Ray is battling for the last points position in the sprint race. Here comes the Aston Martin up the inside from the Mercedes. Slight bit of contact, has to back out. Kentron trying to put away in P6. I'm not sure what happened to Outlaw's pace. He's well off it. Here comes Epi with the DRS now, right behind star defender as they start the penultimate lap of this race. It's going to be an easy move here for Epi. He flies past Williams up into P2. IRS LB44 unfortunately picking up a 3-second time penalty. which is going to push him down to P8. Could have been P7 there for him. Even better if he goes up to the back of Kentrim. Tino now 6 seconds out front, just about to come into sector 3 for the penultimate time before he heads down a long straight onto the last lap of this sprint race, and on the way to taking maximum points. Star defender still inside the DRS of Epi, but has got a sick pig now all over the back of him, looking for a way through. Yellow flag, and that's Outlaw. That's a crash somewhere. Here comes Sick Pig, closing up to the back of Star Defender. On the last lap, LWB with the front wing damage. They've done very well to stay at the back for these guys. I don't think we're going to see any more overtakes really. I think that's it now. Tino's going to be cruising up to the line for the victory. Sprint race win for Tino. Not sure if he's won a sprint race before, but he hasn't. He has now, because here he comes up to the line to be the round 8 sprint race winner of Brazil, followed by Epi, who's going to come up to the line with Star Defender and LWB just ahead of Sick Pig. Kentrim will be in P6, IRS W44 P7. Matty's got a 10-second penalty, so he should be behind Ray. There we are, Ray in P8, and Outlaw will be P10, ahead of the Sauber driver, who is still quite a way back. But let me just go into the Discord to make sure everyone doesn't leave when they retire from the race. As we wait for the Sauber driver to finish us off here for the sprint. There we go, all done. Now everyone should just retire from the next race, and we'll go back to the main lobby so we can set up this qualifying and the race. There's the confirmation. Should have 15 drivers now for the qualifying and the sprint as well. For the qualifying and main race, sorry. Alright, that's all done. Come on, let's go. Let's get into the lobby. Everyone's just disqualifying themselves as we get ready to go back to the lobby. Who was that just sent into the back of the Ferrari? FPK should be disqualified, yep. Best thing to do is just crash into each other. And we'll disqualify straight from it. Yeah, Tino's done it. How does that not disqualify you going off the track like that? Here's Ray putting into his grid spot. Boom. Now waiting for the two Hasses. Just pick his car. He's actually not in the lobby yet, so I need to invite him. Just picky. Jaeger giving everyone a bit more of a break there before they start their qualifying session. Everyone just sending it into each other, retiring from the session. Let's go, let's go. Just picky and IRS, I'll be 44. Just waiting on you guys to retire from the session. There we go, all done. Now we can go into the main qualifying and get this over with. There's some good carnage there. A bit of entertainment. It's like a half-time show. Who won? Just picky. Thirteenth on the grid to first. Oh, come on, game. Let's go. Let's get back to the lobby. Alright, easy as that. Short qualifying, 36 laps. Here we go. Alright, let's see if anyone can stop Tino Tiberian taking all pole position for the 4th week in a row. Currently on a 3-week pole position streak. Alright, here we go then. Oh, my controller's messed up. I'll do nothing. Is that bad like that? Yeah, perfect. 18-minute qualifying session. We'll see if anyone takes a break here. Some drivers might take a 5-minute break and only come out and do 1 or 2 laps. Or we might see people just send it straight from the beginning. First driver to do a lap will be the Aston Martin of Ray. Scored some points there in the sprint race debut for him. Let's see how much pace he's got over 1 lap. Be more confident now with sort of qualifying laps as we head down the straight. Medium ERS. Letting it burn down to 10% before we head into the braking zone. Gear 3. Up into gear 4, down the straight. I think it's a bit of a Wi-Fi or server issue here between possibly where he's from and where I'm from. That's why we're going to see a jittery car as he sets to 17.3 into sector 1. 2 people out on track now. I think Tino is just behind setting a lap time here. Yeah, it's Tino. Pole sitter for the last 3 races. Catching up to the back for the Aston Martin here. As we head through sector 2. Down into the checkpoint. It's going to be a 52.1 for Ray here in the Aston Martin. First qualifying lap in IRS. Doesn't look too bad here. Might see himself inside the top 8. 107.9. Pretty decent, I'd say. Tino's going to set that with a 107.7. It's going to be big improvements for Tino, I think. Got Epi in the Red Bull. Heading towards the line as LWD sets P2, Sick Pig P4, P5 for Epi. You know what, Ray's lap was actually better than I expected for the opening laps here. Got Ferrari of Mario Bros, Tony invalidated. After Tim's about to cross the line, we've got Matty in the Mercedes. Up into P4. Kentrum runs wide into the final quarter. Busts himself a good exit. We'll see himself P7 there. Got Outlaw who lacked a bit of pace during that sprint race. 52.8. man that's won a race here in Brazil in the wet before comes up to the line and he's quite way off it. P7. Mario Bros going for another lap here. Invalidated last time out. Looks like a much better lap this time. I think you can be around the Kentrum's time. In the middle of Outlaw and Pentrum. Daft Tim's with an invalidation. We're on pole for the sprint race. Yet to set a time. 2 Hasses out on track. Did not have a very good sprint race at all. Tiring from the race as Daft Tim's getting a bit of slipstream there from his teammate as he starts his lap. We'll stay on board with just pitchy. If you remember that, sorry. To the tier 1 commentator. As he lights up turn 1, 2 and 3 into the DRS zone. 17.5, decent opening sector there. Up the hill we go. Just pitchy. Daft Tim's just ahead. Looks to be having quite a horrid lap there as the Sauber driver gets out of the way on his out lap. Good awareness there from the Sauber. Trying not to impede any of the drivers on a fast lap as his pitchy is coming up to sector 2 here. He's looking good, 52.2. He's going to get a nice slipstream up the hill here as well. If Daft Tim's completes his lap, he's going to get a very nice slipstream indeed, which could affect him later on in the qualifying session. 108.2, P4. I'm not going to lie, I think we'd see faster lap times here. Maybe it is fast, I'm just bucking out compared to F124. As the Sauber driver is out of the session, we'll go on board with the Williams LWB, I think, into turn 1. And the Sauber disappears, but it looks like he's took too much curb, applied too much throttle, and spun into the wall. Here's the championship leader. Currently 2.5 tenths away from Tino Tiberian. P3 in the standings. On a 3 pole position streak, 3-week pole position streak for Tino Tiberian. Would he make it 4, or would the championship leader or anyone else knock him off his perch? LWB already 2 pole positions this season. He's looking to make it a 3rd. He will get a bit of a slipstream from Daft Tim's as well here. No, he doesn't. Daft Tim's gets out of the way this time. He doesn't want to give anyone else a slipstream. As Tino Tiberian sets to 107.4, goes 5 tenths quicker. That was LWB getting on the only a 10th quicker, so 4 tenths up the top from Tino. What about his teammate? Sick big. 8 tenths up here. Needs another 10.5 coming down this straight, which he could have with the ERS mode turned up, and he's draining that battery. Up to the line he goes. It'll be a 107.410. He's 007, 7 thousandths of a second away from taking pole position away from his teammate, and that is a bit similar to the 2 McLarens in real life there. The 2 Alpines so close to each other there. Few drivers in the pits still. Jaeger, Daft Tim's, Kentron back into the pits, Mario Bros as well. Star Defender and IRS LB44 out on track, but yet to set a time. Currently coming out the final corner for IRS LB44 up to the hill. Ready to start his lap as we finish this one off with Epi, who's a 10th up. He's going to need some more time to break into that top 6. Dives into the pits and aborts his lap. A jump aboard the star defender as he sets a 17.4, which is about 6th position at the moment. The sort of pace that he's on going into sector 1. How much time has he got through sector 2? That's pretty good. Thought about applying an IRS there. Thought it'd save it, 51.8. Very good sector 2. Looking for a top 5 here. He's star defender and he's well on his way to doing that. He opens the rear wing, comes up towards the line and sets a 107.8 and jumps in behind his teammate in P4. As Just Picky goes for another lap. IRS will be 44, P12. So now that could have been a warm-up lap. And he's well and truly going for one now. It's Just Pitchy, 10th and a half up into sector 1. His teammate Wild Jaeger just entering the final corner now. What can the two Hasses do? Can they resurrect their races from the sprint, DNFing, come back to life in this qualifying session and give themselves a good start in the race? While Jaeger moves up to P8, just over a 10th behind his teammate, who's currently 4 tenths up and looking to put himself into the top 5 here. He'd have a big slipstream coming down this straight. We'll see how much that affects his final time if he lost out a little bit. Yeah, he did. He lost out. Well, not really. About 10 thousandths of a second, but he's in P4. Good lap time from Just Pitchy there. I think he'll be happy with that. Only 5 attempts, cover the top 6. IRS will be 44. Didn't improve there up to P11. Matthew's not improving. Wild Jake on a lap. IRS will be 44. Mario Bros is invalidated. Two McLarens out there struggling at the moment, 13th and 14th. Garth Timms was 3 tenths up into sector 1. Currently in a 109.5. Has backed off his lap though. Bit of a mistake there by the looks of it. Kentrum going again. 4 tenths up now into sector 1. Has drained a lot of that battery. Down to 30%. Presuming he's going to try to save it up through the sector 2 here. Just a bit shy on the brakes there. One 10.7, which is well off the pack at the moment. How much is he improving? Only 6 tenths, which is nowhere near good enough at the moment to see himself above his teammate. Up to the line we go with Kentrum. It's going to be a 109.2. Did find some time in the end. Must have applied all that battery down the main straight compared to this last lap. 2 tenths behind Outlaw. The track is pretty quiet at the moment. Garth Timms with another invalidation. I say that, but we've got the 2 Alpines out on track. Tino Tiberian, half a tenth up. Sick Pig just missed his checkpoint time there. Here comes Tino Tiberian, trying to make it 4 pole positions out of 4. Improves. Sick Pig. What can he do? Oh, it's only 7 thousandths of a second now between them. It's gone down from 10,000. Oh, it's the same again actually. It was both 007 before. Now it's 007 again. 006 now. Very close. LWB, can you do anything about it? No, he can't. He's gonna have to dive back into the pits. Only 4 attempts. Track is very quiet. Kent jumps into the pits. Everyone else out on track. It's on the in lap. Mario Bros. Currently P13, 2.1 seconds of pole position. 2 attempts away from his teammate in P12. What can he do for the Ferrari? Can he get himself into that top 10? Needs to find 4 attempts, just over 4 attempts. They're buying that battery a bit too early there, in my opinion, as he heads down to turn 1. Runs wide, that's going to be an invalidation and a spin. That could be him out of the session. Luckily, the rear tyre stays on. Brakes the polystyrene. And I think we'll have one more chance here. If he gets around quick enough, turns off the IRS, yeah he will. We'll have one more shot at it. But yeah, it's very quiet. Outlaw. Is he starting a lap? Yes he is. Can he put up a shock qualifying session like Isaac Hadjar? Alexander Vaught qualifying P4. Outlaw currently P10. Be a miracle if he can do that at the moment. He's only a 10th up. Going into sector 1. Effie's retired in the pit lane. That's his qualifying done. P6 at best. Outlaw currently P10. Looks a lot cleaner throughout the sector 2 here. And he's 6 temps up. Can he get a good exit? Looks like he has. Starts to apply the battery. Can he find a couple more temps down this straight with the help of VRS? 108.3 just about jumps in front of Jaeger, who's up on his time into sector 1. So Matty starting his last lap. Sick big. He's not coming back out on track. So he's going to have to rely on someone else here to try to get us a whole position away from Tino. Anyone on a flying lap right now? Jaeger's on a flying lap. But gets invalidated by Tino, which could be a grid penalty for Tino here. No, nothing happening. But that's just absolutely ruined Wild Jaeger's qualifying session as Ray moves up to P3 in the Aston Martin. LWB starts a flying lap. Just picky, he's done. That's his qualifying over and done with. Star Defender. He's gonna have to go again. Matty's invalidated his lap. Outlaws into the pits. So a lot of people here struggling with their final laps, and that Haskar just picky getting in the way there as he retired on track, which is not allowed. Darth Timms, how's he getting on? 2 temps up. And he's going to drain that battery towards the line. This is a pretty poor ending to this qualifying session here. Star Defender's out as well. No one's going to be able to beat Tino as Darth Timms crosses the line up to P11. Mario Bros is invalidated again. He put his teammate behind, IRS 44. He might get a bit of a slipstream from his teammate here, up to the line. This is the last lap of the 2 Ferraris. I'll finish them off. IRS 44 up to P11, and that was a pretty boring end to the session, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone sort of set their best laps earlier on in the session, but congratulations to Tino. He makes it 4 pole positions out of 4 now. Round 5, round 6, round 7, and now round 8. as we wait for the drivers to be put away. That's Tino's car we're waiting for. Here it is. There we go. Let's get the confirmation up. 007. Tino and Sick Pig are separated by the finest of margins. That's going to be your grid for round 8. Sauber, only car not to set a time there. Everyone else within 2 seconds. Close midfield battle there. 3rd position down to 8th. 3 tenths between them. It's going to be pretty close in the race, I think. Dry weather. No sign of any rain clouds, so that's good. Just wait for the drivers to pick their strategies. It's going to be a 2-stop race, potentially 3 if safety cars come out. While we wait, I'm going to snack on some chocolate. Mixtures of mediums and hards there. We've got more people on the hards, but top 2 on mediums here, trying to break away from the pack at the start. Let's see if the 2 Alpines can gain some points on the Williams drivers and the constructors. More importantly, for Tino and Sick Pig is catching up on LWB in the driver standings. Tino is quite a way off at the moment, 60 points behind LWB. Sick Pig, 32 points off. Tino with a pretty slow formation lap here, considering Brazil. Trying to get some advantage for him and his teammate. A slow formation lap would definitely help the medium runners here. The hard tyres will be a lot harder to warm up. Bit of a field spread. Epi's quite a way back from Star Defender. That's not Epi, sorry. Who's that? Outlaw. We've got Outlaw and Jaeger, followed by the rest of the pack. Alright. Halfway point in the season is finished. That's over and done with. Got 7 rounds to go in this season. As many points up for grabs as the first 7, so a long way to go. And a lot of battles to happen. We're ready for round 8. The main race is about to be underway as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. Who's got a better start? Looks like Tino and the Sick Pig with pretty even starts there, but a much better start than the drivers behind them, as someone brakes a bit too late there. I think that was possibly LWB, who's off the track, Star Defender, sorry, under pressure from his teammate. Here comes a Red Bull of Epi as well, trying to get involved with the 2 Williams. Haas, slight bit of contact in the background. Much cleaner start to this race than what we saw in the sprint. I think everyone's taking a bit more careful now, realising that the main points for the more important points, as IRS LB44 just run into the back of Outlaw there and got some wing damage. I think someone else did as well, not sure who that was, can't quite tell. That is the Sauber driver, but Tino with a good start here. Just Picky's moved up to P4 ahead of LWB. He's under pressure from star defender. Epi dropping back a little bit. Lap 1 over and done with. DRS now enabled. This track is quite important for DRS. You do not want to lose touch to the car ahead. 7 seconds, speeding in the pit lane penalty. IRS will be 44 already with a 3-second time penalty. As he's under pressure from Matty, going side by side. IRS will be 44 on that outbreak. The Mercedes unfortunately doesn't quite work out for him. He's going to be under pressure from Jaeger now as well. Looks like a Ferrari as a roadblock. Dead centre of the track. Here comes the Sauber out of the pits. Should be a long race and a long afternoon for him. He's going to need a safety car. Ray in P3 in the Aston with a good start here as well. Still onto the back of the two Alpines. Suspici has moved back to P7 now. Starting to pull back a little bit as he has a bit of a moment on the curb there. Top 2 battling. Sick Pig looking for a way past on Tino. Gets the job done. New race leader. There's more action in the background. I think a couple cars going at it. Star defender joined a bit dangerously there. And Matty runs into the back of Outlaw. IRS LB44 came in like a rocket ship there. Nearly drove straight into the back of Matty. Luckily avoided it. Go back up to the top. Is there any more overtakes happening? Tino closing up to the back of his teammate. Down into turn 1 they go. Not quite close enough for the move. Top 4 have broke away now. Here comes Tino again. Doesn't go for the move. Slots in behind his teammate. We've got like 3 or 4 different battles going on here. Got the top 4 chasing pack, 5th, 6th and 7th, midfield, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then the back runners. LWB very close to the move there on the Aston Martin. Sick Pig and LWB both under fuel in their car. They're hoping for a safety car. Here comes Tino up the inside of his teammate into turn 1. Job done. Trading positions. Ray looking pretty quick here. On the back of Sick Pig. Quite close enough to make a lunge though. Epi pulling away from just picking a star defender. IRS LB44. Trying to get past Outlaw who takes the position back. Liga having a look as well. 3-second time penalty for Just Gucci. Oh my god. Luckily for Jaeger, Matty ghosted there. Went straight to the back of him. Has left the session as well. I'll get another invite on the go quickly. There we go. Unfortunately for Matty, that's cost him. So network error there. A little bit of a glitch there as well for IRS W44. Here's up Jaeger, trying to go around the outside. IRS W44 has messed it up completely. Jaeger's going to get the switch back. And he's going to move up into T9. IRS W44 might want to think about a different strategy here possibly. With that front wing change, he loses another position to Kentrum here. McLaren's battling with each other's, both Ferraris, sorry. As Matt is into the pits, or his AI is into the pits. Currently gone offline as well. Yellow flag, that's Outlaw. He's had a moment somewhere. Just pitchy, battling the star defender down into turn 1 as well. A lot of battling going on throughout this grid as Kentrum gets past IRS W44 this time. Mario Bros looking at Darth Tims into turn 1. Here comes the Ferrari to the outside. Darth Tims taking the inside, trying to be defensive. Mario Bros trying to go around the outside. Slight bit of contact. Here comes Outlaw as well, making it a three-way battle. Outlaw trying to squeeze around the outside. No space there for the RB as IRS LB44 has had a coming together with someone, or possible just driver error there, which has knocked him down to P10. Tino stood out front. Sick Pig not close enough for him at the moment. A star defender gets a 10-second speeding in the pit lane penalty. I think they're just going to close up to the back of his teammate. IRS LB44 as well gets a 10-second speeding in the pit lane penalty. So the driver is struggling. IRS LB44 retires from the race in the pit, which is not what you want to see. Yellow flag, and that is Ray's had a moment. And he's dropped back behind Epi. In P5. It was a good start to this race for the Aston Martin driver until that moment there. Yellow flag, and that is the other Ferrari of Mario Bros, who has spun around on the exit of turn 2. So Ferrari's race going from bad to worse, one of them out, one of them very close to DNFing, just like Zandvoort again. Today both Ferraris clashing out. Sick Pig, very close this time to Tino. Right, the IRS going for the move up the inside. Having a little battle here, the two Alpines, which is going to cost them time to LWB, who's looking from behind, just hoping that they come together. That would be the best scenario for him. Yeah, good battle in between the two Alpines there. Good respect between them both. Not costing himself too much time as well, as LWB runs into the back of Tina. I don't think LWB is going to make any rash decisions here, any rash overtakes. He's just going to sit comfortably behind until an opportunity comes up. Does not need to make any rash decisions to cost himself some points here. Leading the championship by over 30 points. Can afford to lose 6 points to these guys ahead. There's a long way to go in this strategy. LWP on a different strategy to the two cars ahead, who both start this race on the medium tyres. We'll be switching over to the hards later on. I said it was going to be a two-stop race, but it might actually turn out to be a one-stop now. The tyres might be decent around Brazil. Dark Tim's picking up a 3-second time penalty down to P9. I think Matty is now back in this race. He's on the hard tyres. I think the AI give him a two-stop as well, so he's got a lot of work to do. He's pushing on. There's Darth Star Defender. There's a little coming together with Darth Tims, who runs off the track briefly. Back up to the top 3. Just about to lap the Sauber. Epi's closing up as well, to be fair. 1.3 seconds behind these three now. Trying to get himself back into the battle for the race lead. Ray not too far behind. They can try to work together. Might be able to close up. If he's draining that battery, doing everything he can. Kentrum into the pits. This is the first pit stop we've seen about strategy. Everything else has been about incidents, but Kentrum switching over to the hard tyres. Will rejoin behind Matty by the looks of it. So in fairness, that's actually made Matty jump Kentrum. Even though the AI boxed for him, it has jumped Matty a position now. Because he was behind Kentrum. Darth Tims as well, exiting the pits along with Mario Bros. Top 5 and stay as they are, yet to box. Two Hasses up to 6 and 7, having a much better race points wise. Jaeger sort of in a world of his own at the moment, along with Star Defender. Outlaw as well, very lonely on track for them at the moment. Let's go back to the top 3, everyone's quite spread out. WB looking for a way past. He's got those hard tyres. He's much quicker now. They'll be in much better shape. Those mediums and the Alpines are starting to be wearing quite a bit. To get a flag. And who was that? Not sure who that was. It might be one of the, might be the Ferrari from Sauber. So Epi, who just closed up to the back of the top 3 on those hard tyres, has decided to dive into the pits onto another set of hards. He's going for a 2-stop then. He's going for something different, and he's pushing. We'll see, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll track the progress of Epi, who rejoins just behind Star Defender into P8. We'll see what the top 3 do, but I think top 3 here are both all going for a 1-stop. Ray as well in the Austin. LWB so close to the back of Tino, basically pushing him around the corners. Outlaws into the pits. He rejoins behind McLaren of Darth Tims. Tino's in. Very slowly does it. Ray's into the pits as well, so those medium tyres for Ray and Epi a bit too early. So medium tyres for Ray. Tino's onto a set of hards. We'll keep an eye on Epi to see where he is. She's coming through turn 1 and 2 now. Tino's on the exit. It's going to be very close. There's Tino. Rejoins behind Epi, who has put the jump on them. We'll keep an eye out on the top 2 now. LWB and Sick Pig. LWB, as you can see, much quicker in this time of the race. We're probably going to see Sick Pig into the pits and LWB continue. There we go. Sick Pig's going to rejoin. Behind Ray possibly here. Just Picky up into P2, stays out. He's going along. In the background you can just see Epi and Star Defender entering turn 1, 2, Tino as well. Sick Pig rejoins behind Ray. Has lost out there. As we're watching Tino make a move on Star Defender up into P4. Very long way to go for Tino though. And Epi on those hard tyres. Epi's got a box though. He started the race in hards. So he's going to have to box again. You got Dark Tim's into the box again. That must be wing damage, surely. Yeah, there's a front wing being changed. Tino now getting past Epi. Move fastest lap of the race for Ray. 1:10.10. Tino pushing on. Close the gap down. Oh, we got a yellow flag. That is a safety car. Darth Tim's in the McLaren out of this race. And Darth Tim's has left the session. That has just changed everything up with strategies now. He's having a pretty decent race there in terms of strategy. That safety car has come at the right time for a few people. LWB, I think he's going to be the happiest of them all. No, he's not, because he picks up a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And that is possibly just costing the race win. Just Picky into the pits. Tino's going to inherit the race lead. Where he comes out ahead of... I'm surprised Ray didn't box now for a set of hards. Try to get him to the end. Just Picky P6. He's up to P7 now. Jaeger's ahead of Star Defender. Kentrum. Mario Bros a lap down, unfortunately. along with the Sauber. There's a long way to go in this race. Still 20 more laps. And a lot of people's concentrations need to be glued on. We'll see what LWB does. Will he dive into the pits to get rid of that 10 seconds now? Or will he wait till later and just stay out? He's into the pits. Hopefully he doesn't get another one. He's travelled well faster. Oh, that was very lucky. That looked close. He should rejoin behind Outlaw. So he's going to be down in P11. Onto a set of softs as well. I think we might see LWB back into the pits. I think he's just going to use his softs just to get round. No way he's going to stay out, man. He must be hoping for a safety car again. He's staying out, man. Safety car still out on track. Halfway point in the race. Tino's looking good out front. Alpine is looking very good at the moment at this stage of the race. The two Hasses as well. Much better race compared to the sprint. In good positions at the moment. Have got the medium tyres, which will go a long way. But will it go to the end of the race? That's the question. Mario goes into the pits. LWB as well. Not sure what sort of tyres he's going to go on to. Could be the hards again. There it is. Trying to get the hard tyres, so LWB will have the best tyres of everyone. I think Matty's made a bit of a mistake there. 13 lap old hards, probably should have went into the pits. Onto the mediums. Safety cars should be in at the end of this lap, and we will be back racing for 16 more laps. I don't think Brazil's a pretty long race. Should have probably just not done Brazil as a sprint race. It does seem pretty long to be fair. Safety car in this lap. Tino Tiberian. Just gonna control the pace up the hill before we get going again. Ray on the medium tyres. Gonna try to pressurise the Alpine. Bit of glitching going on there between the two cars, like I said. It's a server issue. As Tino Tiberian waiting very late, catches Ray sleeping. Good restart from the Alpine. About in the background, just Picky's under a bit of pressure from Matty here. Jaeger as well under pressure from Star Defender down into turn 1, up the inside goes Star Defender. That's a cracking move from Star Defender there. Caught while Jaeger sleeping into turn 1. I don't think Jaeger expected that to happen. And Star Defender said, thank you very much, I'll take that. And now it gets after Matty. Just Picky pressurising Effie. Star defender around 90 now as well. The Star defender having a very good start here. After the safety car. Got those hard tyres fired up by the looks of it. He's going for it up the inside of Just Pitchy. Just Pitchy with a better exit though. Manages to defend this one. Very good exit out of the final corner for Just Pitchy there as well. Puts him right onto the back of Effie. We've got Wild Jaeger having a move on Matty down into turn 1. Kentrum's having a look as well. Kentrum briefly having a think about it. He's on those medium tyres. Picks up a 3-second time penalty though, just Kentrum. As he comes around the corner into the back of Matty. Pulls up the inside. Up into P8 for Kentrum. Brakes a bit late. That's going to allow the Mercedes to have a little look. Outlaw's going to get involved. Goes off track to get the move done, which is going to cost him towards the end. LWB still down in P. Oh, Outlaw spun. Had a bit of a moment there. LWB still down in P10 there. Did not expect that. I thought he would have made a few overtakes. What he's trying to do now on Matty, who's on those old tyres. Hard to defend. Yeah, Matty made the wrong choice there, staying out on track. With those 15 lap hard tyres, he's going to have to get into the pits, possibly go for mediums and hope that people ahead of him will dive into the pits again. There's Kentrum having a look at Jaeger, not quite close enough. Top 6 all within DRS of each other now. Tino still out in front, defending from the Aston Martin of Ray. Sick Pig, 1.1 ahead of Epi, just trying to break that DRS train up. Epi hasn't got the outright pace at the moment to stick within the 1 second gap of the Alpine. Just Pitchy on the mediums, needs to drag it past Epi. And Star Defender has another little look at Just Pitchy there. Very racy from Star Defender today. Looking for overtakes at any given chance. As Just Pitchy runs a bit wide there, might cost him the exit of this corner and give Star Defender a little look down into turn 1. So Just Pitchy applying that ERS has got enough to defend this one. It does turn off now, which is going to allow Star Defender to close up. Who's going to look into turn 1, but slots back into position as he's too far behind. Just to make a little overtake there on Just Pitchy turn 1. Has got a good run though, out of turn 3 with the help of VRS. Moves up. Always contact though, Just Pitchy's off the track. He's... Oh, I'm not sure if Star Defender gave enough room there to Just Pitchy, which is why he went off the track. That could be going to the steward's room. Wild Jaeger taking a bit too much curb there as Kentrum defends from LWB, who's really not making the progress I thought he would have been making. Goes up the inside of Kentrum. I was a bit late from LWB. I'm not sure if Kentrum moved under braking a bit, but a bit of a messy overtake there from LWB. Tino is now 1.7 seconds out front as his teammate has a look. They're trying to make it a 1-2 for Alpine again as he goes up the inside into turn 1. We should see Ray into the pits very soon. 10 lap old mediums, they're not making it to the end. Star Defender having a little look at Epi, who made a slight mistake there. Just having a look at driver there at the moment. Lap 24.36. Just trying to decide who I would think driver goes slow to. Tino's obviously a very good contender, but looking throughout the grid, I don't think there's been many standout races today. Top three all in the same position. Epi, yeah, fair enough, he's doing alright. Not doing too bad. See, Haskins are doing okay. Kentrum is doing very good. He's up to P8. He's sticking with it. Stevenson. Oh, Epi's off track. Along with Ray off track as well. Our star defender slots through up into P3. Yeah, I've got Wild Jaeger and Matty into the pits. Jaeger's going to rejoin in P10. Matty P11. Should see some more people in soon now. Outlaw, we catch that. Literally caught that from Outlaw. Spinning on the same corner. He does another spin before. He drops down to P9. But he's having a horrid race as Outlaw. Still not one of his strong races by the looks of it, as we see the Red Bull of Epi into the pits. LWB now up into P5. Just Picky trying to break the toe. Not giving any slipstream to LWB. Kentrum. P6 for him. He's on the medium tyres though, but that's going to be hard. Another 10 more laps. Needs to get the medium to 19 laps if I'm going to say. I don't think that's doable. As we go on board with Ray, who's just come out behind Outlaw. He defends the position. Again, he's struggling with that corner. I think he's just taking it too sharp. All raised into the back of Outlaw there. With the better grip. Trying to do something with it. And there's just no gap there for him to slot the Aston Martin up the other side. Got to be patient here. You need fresh tyres, don't want to push yourself. So you don't want to push yourself. Oh, Jager's caught up nicely here actually to Ray. That was a top 5 position. We should see some of these guys ahead like Outlaw, Kentrum, just Picky dive into the pits. There's a collision into turn 1. That's a Ferrari round, that's Mario Bros into the wall. And that is a retirement on track, which is not good at all. We're not going to see a safety car though, which is good to see. Matty's into the pits again. He must have had something damaged because that's not in the strategy. So both Ferraris out of the race. And a McLaren, exactly like today's Zandvoort race. Where you saw Lando Norris's McLaren blow up and the 2 Ferraris crash out. All we need now is Kentrum to win the race. In P6 at the moment, anything's possible. But the battle for the race win is between the 2 Alpine drivers. Gino and Sick Pig, second and third in the driver standings, on their way to taking out points off of LWB and the Williams as well. So a good day for Alpine. Outlaw has retired from the race in the pits. He did not fancy 10 points, finishing in 10th place then. Let's go to Matty moving up into that one. Oh, just pitchy. Very close to losing it there. And again, those tyres starting to give up, and the throttle control starting to become harder for the Haas there. Ray's pushing in. Another yellow flag. I think that's his Outlaw's car getting out of the way. Yeah, it is. Right in the middle of the straight. For some reason, his car has just stuck there. Don't. Oh, that's annoying. There you go, it's disappeared now. I thought it was going to stay stuck there for the rest of the race, which would have been very frustrating. Top 2, 4.3 seconds ahead of star defender. And he's trying to get himself on a podium here. Matty with the new fastest lap down in P10. Epi having a look at while Jaeger runs off the track. Both on similar tyres here. 3 laps for Epi on the mediums and 4 laps for Wild Jaeger. Battling for 8th position as Just Pitchy comes into the pits and gets a 10-second speeding in the pit lane penalty while he does that, which is, to be fair, it's been a decent race for Just Pitchy until that moment there. He's going to be rejoining in P9. Luckily for him, Matty's about 20 seconds behind, so no more positions are going to be conceded by Just Pitchy unless he makes a mistake somewhere or crashes out. Onto a brand new set of mediums. He's going to be chasing down his teammate and Effie. Kentrum. 13 lap old mediums starting to struggle. He's currently in P5. But he's being closed down by Roy from 6 seconds in about 2 or 3 laps. So that's the difference there. In 9 laps. Tino Ziberian ideally wants to take this race win off his teammate. To close up to the back of the LWB. Sick Pig is second in the driver standings though. We'll take, I think, 8 points off LWB today, so it does make it under 30 points. The championship battle. What's the opponent he's looking like? Yeah. 3 seconds for LWB, 3 seconds for Kentrum. 13 each for Just Picky and the Sauber driver, who's in P11. Fair play to him, he's a lap down. And he's been a lap down for a long time, but he's in P11 right now. Was that Just Pitchy that just spun there or something? Did I just see someone spinning? No, I don't think it was. He didn't lose time. Lap 32 or 36. Star defender picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's pushing on. He's trying to find a way closer to Tino and Sick Pig. It's not going to work out for Star defender, unfortunately. P3 at best, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy with that result. I don't think he expected a podium today, but he's up 3 positions into the podium spot. IWB back up to P4. That is a good recovery, to be fair. He's got that 10-second speed in the pit lane penalty, which put him to the back of the grid on the safety car restart. Has crawled back up to P4. Ray's pushed on. He's trying to get LWB towards the end of this race. Trying to take that P4 on those medium tyres. Kentrum is going to be dropping back So I think P8, because those tyres are well and truly gone on that McLaren. Here comes Epi up the inside. Kempton's not even going to be fighting it. He's just going to try and stick within the DRS now of Epi, but I think Jaeger should be able to catch up pretty quickly and take that position of Kempton. Driver of the day. Still, I'm with the similar people that I chose before. Kempton, Wild Jaeger, Sick Pig and Tino Tiberian are my 4 candidates for driver of the day at the moment. I'll confirm at the end of the race who I think deserves it the most. If anyone's watching, your candidate and your choice down into the Twitch chat who you think is the deserved driver of the day. Got a 3-lap shootout between the 2 Alpines to take race victory here in Brazil. They're both on the exact same amount of IRS. Be picking up a 3-second time penalty down in P6, while Jaeger has now got within the 3-second gap of Kempton. Could get himself back up to P6 here. He's got enough pace to catch up with Epi and get within the 3 seconds of him. I think that might be a bit too much to ask for Jaeger. He's doing his best down in P10. Still on for good points to be fair. He's not had the best of days in that Mercedes. Had a Wi-Fi issue or game issue earlier, whatever that was. Back up to the top there. Penultimate lap of the race. This is the one we're going to keep an eye on. Tino Tiberian or Sick Pig, 2nd and 3rd in the standings. Who's going to take race victory and take points away from LWB and close the gap in the championship? Is Tino saving it for the last lap? Or is Sick Pig just doing good enough of a defence that Tino can't get past? Tino's got one more lap to do this. We've got Wild Jaeger getting past Kempton. Into the final lap we go. I really think Sick Pig has got this all the way. In that last half of the lap, had a much better sector. We've got yellow flag. That's one of the Haas drivers that is just picky. Had a bit of a moment there as Sick Pig locks up into turn 1. Pushing that Alpine to the limit as his teammate behind tries to take away the race win. He's not close enough in this DRS zone. Tino's got one more chance for the run up to the line. The Sick Pig at the moment is doing enough to take this race victory. We're in sector 2. No real good overtaking opportunities as Ray's had a moment coming into sector 1 and Tino's had a moment there which could be the end of that. Sick Pig holding his nerve coming through sector 2. Bit slow there though, bit nervous on the brakes. Into the final corner we go before we head up towards the hill, towards the race line, the victory line for Sick Pig. Here we go then, round 8, and Sick Pig is going to take victory ahead of his teammate in an absolute great battle between the 2 Alpines who make it a 1-2. I think for the first time this season that's been a 1-2 for the 2 Alpines. A truly deserved 1-2. Great performance from the 2 Alpines. Star Defender is going to come home in P3 and take a podium. That's a great result for him. LWB in what could have been managed to recover his race up to P4. Epi is going to lose P5 to Ray on his debut, who scores both points in the sprint race and the main race, finishing P5 and managing to get 20 points, I think that is. While Jager will come home ahead of Kentrum, who finished in P8 there. Very good drive from Kentrum, just picky, serving a 10-second penalty towards the end. He gets P9 and a decent amount of points, to be fair, but not the race that he would have wanted, as Matty crosses the line in the pits for P10 and the Sauber driver gets P11. So, driver of the day, who do we think deserves that one? Race winner, Sick Pig, fastest lap, Matty. Driver of the day, star defender, according to the game, most overtakes, Kentrum. I think there's a couple options there. Kentrum had a very good race. Jaeger had a decent race. Star defender from 6th to 3rd had a decent race as well. I'm actually torn who to pick here for driver of the day. I just need to get the confirmation down there, but IRS will be 44 as well. Fastest lap, Matty Burr, driver of the day. Do you know what? I think Kentrum deserves it, from 14th to 8th, and trying to make those mediums go towards the end there, having the most overtakes as well. I think Kentrum ahead of star defender. So congratulations to Kentrum for getting driver of the day for round 8. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's been an entertaining one for me. I've enjoyed that one. Tier 1 are back on Tuesday for Brazil round 8, sprint race for them as well, so make sure you come and tune into that one. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Peace out.